Hello and welcome. We're so glad you've joined us for NYU's first annual State of Sustainability Address. My name is Cecil Scheib, and I'm NYU's Chief Sustainability Officer. At NYU, we're committed to becoming one of the greenest urban campuses and advancing academic excellence through sustainability research, teaching, and operations. At NYU, we understand that sustainability starts with the actions we take every day that make our campus and the world around us a better place. It's things like reducing emissions from diesel oil used for heating and for transportation that can cause childhood asthma. It's making our classrooms, offices, and apartments quieter and less drafty. It's about serving healthy foods in our dining hall and catering. All of these things reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, but also make our lives better immediately and help students, faculty, staff, and administrators be their best selves. If you care about any of these topics, you care about sustainability. Sustainability isn't something that just happens because we have an office with that name. You do it. You all do it. So in addition to messages from President Hamilton, Provost Fleming, and the Office of Sustainability team, we're also going to hear from and honor our partners who are moving NYU forward into the future. And stick around. There will be a live Q&A after the pre-recorded items. Feel free to add your questions on the Q&A tab. So let's get started. Andy, over to you.
Hello, I'm President Andrew Hamilton. Welcome to NYU's inaugural State of Sustainability. Sustainability is a top priority for NYU, and in today's session, you'll hear about all of the progress we've made towards our environmental goals this year. As a global research university, we have a responsibility to lead on this issue, one that is so consequential to the world and its citizens. And sustainability is good for NYU too. It leads to healthier, more productive study and work environment for the entire community. While NYU is a large and diverse university, sustainability unites us all, students, faculty, administrators, and staff at each of NYU's campuses and global sites are contributing to a greener university and a greener world. This past year saw a major update to NYU's Climate Action Plan, the centerpiece of our strategy to combat climate change. I'm happy to report that we're making progress to meet the university's goal of a 50% reduction in greenhouse gas emission by 2025. This includes a new commitment to a 25% reduction in food-related gas emissions at our New York, Abu Dhabi, and Shanghai campuses by the year 2030. NYU faculty and scholars are engaged in research on the effects of climate change, exploring how to mitigate and even reverse its impacts. Student leaders in residence halls continue to educate their peers on sustainable behavior change. And upon full in-person return to campus, we will launch a Green Workplace certification in response to the desire of many administrators to save energy, water, and waste in the workplace. Thanks to these efforts and the others you'll hear about today, NYU is emerging as a sustainability leader in higher education. This year, we earned a prestigious gold rating in the STARS ranking system, placing us in the top 30% of universities nationwide. And we were named to Princeton Review's Top 50 Green Colleges list, coming in at number 43. There is still a lot of work to be done to achieve NYU's sustainability goals, and you can be certain that our commitment and momentum are strong. Thank you all for being part of it.
Hello, I'm Katherine Fleming, Provost of NYU. I'm thrilled to be part of this event and to say a few words on sustainability at the university. I know I speak for us all when I say that we're really ready to move on from COVID-19. However, the pandemic has had at least one notable benefit. It's illuminated opportunities for positive change in our society and definitely at our university. As with so many things, sometimes you just have to walk away for a bit in order to see what actually needs fixing. And for NYU, this is especially true in the case of sustainability. Going remote last spring made clear just how much food, energy, plastic goods, and transportation we'd been wasting pre-pandemic. Powering down ultimately helped us reconsider our sustainability practices and gave us new ideas for how we can make our campus greener. Now, NYU is a really big community, so even the small changes we make have a big impact. Over the last year, building operations at the university have been able to reduce CO2 emissions by 6,400 metric tons. And to maintain the momentum, schools and units have been asked to carefully consider their occupancy schedules for fiscal 22 so that we can economize the heating and cooling of our buildings. One of our greatest opportunities for improvement is in-person events. We realized that they're one of our biggest sources of food waste, with the Kimmel Center alone hosting 70,000 meetings, 7,000 of which were catered. So to remedy this, we've developed a green event standard, which will roll out when events resume in the new school year. These guidelines are designed to make our events more sustainable, eliminating paper invitations and foam core signs, establishing attendee headcounts to avoid over-ordering, and offering more vegan and vegetarian menu options. Finally, I'm very excited to announce the launch of an all-university climate change initiative, which will build NYU's research strength in different aspects of climate and sustainability studies. As part of the initiative, we'll offer programs and resources to help faculty connect with each other and undertake interdisciplinary approaches to more effectively address the climate crisis. Our first event is actually taking place tomorrow. Climate Connections is a virtual conference where attendees will hear from keynote speakers as well as various NYU offices before discussing opportunities for collaboration and funding. If you're interested in attending, please visit the event webpage, which you can find in the chat. This past year has been extraordinarily difficult, but it's also been productive. If we're smart and if we work together, we can make sure that the NYU of the future is a much better place. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm looking forward to working with you all towards a more sustainable NYU.
During this address, you're going to be hearing about the many ways we're making sustainability an integral part of our New York City campuses. But our work and reach extend globally. In President Hamilton's words, this is how we're contributing to a greener university and a greener world. At NYU Shanghai, the first sustainability working group has been leading an effort to implement sustainability initiatives and guidelines. For example, every new student at NYU Shanghai will learn about sustainability and how they can do their part to reduce their campus's impact. NYU Abu Dhabi hired their first director of sustainability and stewardship this past March. Antonios, welcome to our NYU community. We look forward to having your leadership in bringing forth your campus's sustainability vision into short and long-term actions. We're seeing our global sites, most notably our European communities at NYU London, Paris, Berlin, and Florence, incorporating sustainability into their study away experience so that no matter where a student is, they'll be able to adapt to their new surroundings in a sustainable way, whether it's exploring the city by bike, learning about your waste reduction practices, or participating in environmental stewardship projects.
In 2018, the university committed to achieving LEED, the globally recognized sustainable building certification for every major construction project. Since then, we have over 2 million square feet of building space that is certified or undergoing certification. And that's not all. This year, we went beyond LEED and developed a new sustainability standard for NYU's facilities and construction projects. This standard sets aggressive targets for carbon emissions and water use, meaning our future work will be even more energy efficient, reduce even more carbon, and use even less water. We're excited for the changes the standard will bring, like in 3rd Avenue North, where we're putting in triple pane windows. In addition to the carbon savings, students will notice it's a little bit quieter and a little less drafty. And while we think these accomplishments in buildings are exciting, we're diving even deeper. This spring, we're kicking off a project called the Net Zero Loop Study. It's a 3-year project where we'll examine ways to bring our cogeneration plant and every building on it to carbon neutrality. This year, we also published results from our university-wide transportation survey. From that, we learned that 94% of you take mass transit, bike, or walk to NYU, and that biking has increased by more than 7 times in the past 10 years. We look forward to that number growing even more, and to support those who can and choose to bike. This past summer, we nearly doubled the amount of outdoor bike parking for the university. Ride on, NYU.
NYU has 100 buildings that contribute to the vast majority of our greenhouse gas emissions. We are continually working to uncover opportunities for even greater energy savings to keep us on track to achieving our 50 by 2025 goal. Our energy engineering team has initiated hundreds of projects to keep our buildings running at peak efficiency. Projects run the gamut from upgrading lighting to complete gut renovations. Upgrades will not only help our carbon goals, but also make it more comfortable for people to be in the buildings in terms of heating, cooling, and noise control. Sustainability is intrinsically linked to social, racial, and environmental justice. In 2020, the Office of Sustainability worked with the Office of Global Inclusion to create an environmental justice incubator, which provides a space for faculty and administrators to convene and have candid discussions around the intersections of these issues. We meet twice per semester and would like to hear from those in the NYU community whose work has an interface with environmental justice.
When the university went remote last March, the Office of Sustainability pivoted to virtual programming and have since engaged over 1,000 people across 33 events. Last summer, we partnered with the College and Career Lab, which introduces New York City middle and high school students to various academic and professional pathways. We hosted a 2-day session on the multitude of careers pertaining to climate change and social justice. And in March, we invited 5 environmental justice experts, 2 of which are NYU alumni, to speak to students about their career trajectories. We also partnered with the AMC to host a work hack on tips to green your work from home setup. We also had the pleasure of continuing to support students, staff, and faculty who were awarded Green Grants through our office. The Green Grants program awards up to $150,000 annually to projects that advance sustainability. Last March, our Green Grants recipients quickly adapted their projects to the new circumstances of everyday life and to the changing needs of the communities they worked with. In the past year, Green Grants funded projects such as a plastic shredder that recycles 3D prints to reduce material waste in the tandem makerspace, and an interactive hub for Spanish-speaking climate educators to exchange resources and curriculum.
NYU brings greenery to campus in many ways. This Earth Month, the Office of Sustainability will present a self-guided Green Campus tour for students, faculty, and staff in order to highlight some of the spaces that demonstrate NYU's commitment to a sustainable campus. NYU has over 600 trees with more than 50 species and 11 acres of green spaces that include native plants, all of which the Grounds, Waste, and Management team have continued to maintain throughout this past year using sustainable landscaping practices. Houseplants, on the other hand, bring us closer to nature in the indoor environment, and the Office of Sustainability is a strong advocate for making home, office, and resident hall spaces greener by adding living plants. We recently presented an online plant care workshop to share some of the essential tips for taking care of plants and showing ways to propagate and grow any plant collection. Living plants are also an ideal alternative to cut flowers, which can be environmentally harmful. This is one of our recommendations in the Green Event Standard. Plants not only reduce stress and boost mood, caring for them keeps us connected to the natural world's ability to heal and replenish the planet.
This Earth Month, we're launching the pilot of a Green Workplace Certification program with approximately 10 administrative departments. This program will give employees the opportunity to self-report and receive recognition for their efforts to reduce energy and waste, consider more sustainable purchasing and food decisions, and think about the impact of work-related travel and conferences. The program aims to embed sustainable practices in the office environment and help build a culture of sustainability among NYU employees. If you're an administrator interested in going for the gold, you will have the opportunity to participate in this program this fall. And don't worry, we're here to help you achieve the highest level possible. Additionally, we have enjoyed meeting and engaging in dialogue with many of you this year through our Green Zone training. The Green Zone focuses on the intersections of sustainability and social justice, and provides participants with a space to discuss actions towards combating climate change and fighting for environmental justice. The training has had nearly 200 participants.
We're working with student leaders and residence halls on peer-to-peer education in sustainability and on advocacy.
We're exploring ways to make our campus more bike-friendly.
We are continuing to engage our audiences through social media. If you don't already, please follow NYU Green at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And if you're a student interested in working with the Office of Sustainability, we encourage you to apply. Look for employment information on our website.
Good morning. Most years, NYU dining halls serve over 6 million meals. That means that the university has a substantial environmental footprint and its choices have a big impact. NYU has joined other leading organizations in taking the Cool Food Pledge. NYU is committed to reducing its food-related greenhouse gas emissions by 25% by the year 2030. NYU Pledge encompasses all dining facilities in NYU's campuses in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Shanghai, and Abu Dhabi, collectively accounting for 23 NYU-run dining facilities around the world. Daily menus are and will expand, incorporating vegetarian and vegan entrees that are healthy, protein-rich, and planet-friendly. Absolutely everyone entering an NYU Eats location will be part of the movement. They'll be part of a growing group of people who are striving towards a climate-friendly future and lifestyle. In addition, all residential NYU dining locations, including Downstein, Lipton, Jasper, Kane, Cafe, Palladium, and Third North, are also Green Restaurant Associate certified, which holds them accountable for meeting additional sustainability measures related to water, waste, and energy, and more.
As NYU's IT Sustainability Initiative closes in on its second year, I'm thrilled to share a number of milestones. We've created operational guidelines and processes to help us reduce our carbon footprint and reduce waste, notably IT sustainability guidelines for the entire community. On the project side, there are also many exciting updates. Dashboards which show occupancy levels of spaces across the university were built and can help calibrate cooling and heating. This one project has the potential to provide the university substantial energy and cost savings in the millions of dollars. Soft phones, leveraging a computer rather than a physical phone for calls, have been implemented for many employees. If all of NYU transitioned to soft phones, we would achieve savings in the hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. These are no small feats. This was all accomplished by partnering with colleagues across NYU. We are very grateful for these partnerships.
Building sustainability into what we do in procurement is incredibly important to our team. We're working to incorporate sustainable procurement practices, such as the water bottle purchasing policy, which has eliminated an estimated 330,000 single-use bottles from our waste stream. We partner with the Office of Sustainability to get their input into vendor selection. Cecil and his team were integral into bringing WB Mason on board as our new office supplies vendor due to their sustainable product offering and business practices, such as their electric delivery fleet. To continue to build on these efforts and ingrain sustainability into everything we do, I'm so excited to be bringing on board a supplier diversity and sustainability manager to my team. This person will be responsible for working with suppliers to ensure sustainability targets are met and that sustainable products and services are available and communicated to the organisation. Additionally, they're going to be able to report on our use of sustainable and diverse suppliers, products and services throughout the organisation. Happy Earth Month, NYU.
Thank you to all for those fantastic remarks. And now we'd like to turn the spotlight on some sustainability superstars from the past year. You've already heard from them or about their successes, and these are achievements for which all of us at NYU can be collectively proud. But we also owe our thanks to these committed individuals who made action a priority in the past year. In doing so, they changed the face of NYU, and so we'd like to take a minute to honor them now. Roll out the green carpet. Our 2021 Sustainability Honors. For sustainability in office and break room supplies, Edie Peckel and Wayne Cook. For sustainability in dining and catering and the Cool Food Pledge, Katrina O'Mahony, Carolyn Malaya and Mona Lisa Prasad. For the Environmental Justice Incubator, Monroe, France, and Dr. Karen Jackson-Weaver. For the IT Sustainability Initiative, Annie Merkel, Kim Musler, Delavar Basha, and Glenn DiBiase. For bicycle parking in Washington Square and downtown Brooklyn, Juan Tai, Gerard Savoy, Philip Schmiedel, Matt Delia, and Will Haas. And last, for the NYU Shanghai Sustainability Working Group, Professor Rodrigo Zaidan, who I believe is on the call at 5:30 a.m. local time in Shanghai. Thanks, Rodrigo. Thanks to all of these people from us in the Office of Sustainability. We're grateful to you for making Earth Day so special, and we look forward to seeing many more of you up on the green carpet next year. But real quick, before we move on, I need to let you all know that I'd be nowhere at this university without the amazing team in the Office of Sustainability that works on this passionately, doggedly, and above all, cheerfully. So Diane, Nick, Jonna, Joanne, Jane, and especially Sophie for putting all this together today. You make me feel lucky, honored, and proud. Thank you. And with that, we're going to close. If you have further questions, we'd love to hear from you. sustainability@nyu.edu. Thank you for taking the time to join us. And thanks for all you do for NYU sustainability. And we'll see you next year.